Hey guys, this is Noah. Today we're gonna be doing my draft grades part 1. I know I've been uploading a while. Sorry, I'm just busy. I hope I can stay more consistent. But let's get started. Broncos, solid B. Pat Surtain, there's a few other people that they could have gone on the board, like Justin Fields. But I think Pat Surtain's gonna line up nice with Bryce Callahan for maybe possibly one of the best talents in the NFL if Surtain could develop into a star. I think that dang it. Sorry guys, I'm stuttering. My brain's just like turned into a block. I don't know why, but Quinn Meneriz, he's gonna be good for the O-line that they need desperately. This is gonna help also Seth Williams, who may have like 150 carries maybe. But I think Javonte is going to line up good with Gordon, maybe a nice tandem, maybe a good third down back, maybe a good receiving back. But Jamar Johnson, I think is still at safety. He's an amazing safety. He can make some nice plays. Seth Williams, I just love his play style as a wide receiver from Auburn. Maybe a little bit of character issues, but that's okay. I don't know if it's him or I don't know why I get him and Kadarius Toney mixed up. I don't know why, but I think he does. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. But I think Denver's a solid B. Okay, now we're moving on to Chargers. A- for sure. Sean Slater, great tackle for them. He's going to be great for their O-line, which they added a couple people from the free agency, including Corey Linsley. Let's see. They also drafted Josh Palmer, a receiver that's flashy on the field. I love him. Trey McKitty, good at the depth position for them. Yeah, they got some other studs that they got that maybe late round, but I think they just had everything going right for them. Like they didn't not nail any. Well, I won't say that, but they didn't put the nail in the coffin. Let me just put it like that. But definitely A-. Love their draft. Okay, Las Vegas Raiders C-. They don't know how to draft. Leatherwood 17. Really, you had Darrisaw. I think there was Landon Dickerson, who's just as good as Leatherwood. I think. You could got him in the second. We saw this with Damon Arnett, but Mulrig's really the only thing that was right. If him and Leatherwood flip-flopped and picks, they'd probably be like a C+. But sorry guys. But like they got 3 safeties. Like even if they got 2 for depth reasons, that'd be good. But like, why do you need to throw in Divine Diablo and Tyree Gillespie? You have to pick one. Come on, Las Vegas. Honestly, everything was a reach for them except Mulrig. C-, this close to putting D+. But I mean, the players they drafted are still good. Kansas City B-. Didn't really draft anyone special. They got Creed Humphrey, Nick Bolton. Creed Humphrey's going to help with the center position. Nick Bolton may be a solid, maybe role linebacker. But, yeah, they definitely drafted a couple good guys. They got Cornell Powell, which I love as a receiver. Great combine. Not combine. Pro day. So I think B- for sure. They didn't really need anything besides O-line, which they desperately filled before the draft. So, yeah. Falcons B, safe draft. They got Kyle Pitts. He's my favorite prospect. I know there's Lawrence, who's maybe top 5 quarterback prospect of all time, but Pitts is great at route running, great at catching, great at getting the ball in the not okay. That's not like a quarterback reference, but great at catching the ball and getting it to the end zone. Improved on blocking immensely, in my opinion. I think like for me, I have him as a 95 grade. I love Pitts. But they got a couple of nice other people. Jalen Mayfield gonna be great at the lineman position that they need for a successful run game and pass game. Richie Grant, love him as a safety. I love his style. I love his technique. I think he's gonna make a couple big plays he's gonna make a couple couple great plays in the zone. Not with no F though, just in the zone. B, solid B. Carolina, A-. I know, you can say all you want. Break Christian. Maybe a little bit too Christian, whatever it is. But, maybe that was a little bit of reach. No, he's not. I love him as a tackle. He's gonna be nice for the Panthers. I think he was maybe not the best one on the board, but definitely pretty close to being the best. Terrence Marshall, gonna fill in Curtis Samuel's void. I think he may be just as good, if not better. J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson, Corn Elder will be a nice little secondary. I think they just had a good all-around draft. Tommy Tremble's going to be good for the blocking tight end and red zone tight end type of guy. So, yeah, definitely A- for me. New Orleans Saints, C-. They didn't nail any picks at all. They got Peyton Turner, where there was Ronnie Perkins, people like Ronnie Perkins, Gary Russell, Carlos Basham, So I think C- for them. They got Ian Buck. I don't want to read his story. But anyway, C-. Kind of like the Raiders this year, I think. I did not like their draft at all. Buccaneers, C. They didn't need anything. It's not because they got Tim Tebow as their running back. Yay! Even though he got drafted. Sorry. If I could, I would put the censor thing in there. I definitely. Joe Tryon's gonna be nice with the. Even though they have Shaquille Barrett and everyone, he's gonna be good depth. He may step in for a few snaps a game. I think Kyle Trask, good backup if Brady gets hurt or they want to put him in. Kyle Trask is not a bad backup. I would say, and I can't believe I'm saying this. But anyway, C for me for sure. C. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Jaguars. B-. I don't care if people say, these people were a reach. I know they were. But Tyson Campbell, still a good player. Walker Little, still a great player. Andrew Cisco, still a good player. Trevor Lawrence and ETN, still an amazing player. I don't know why people are complaining about ETN. Yes, I know they could have gotten Barmore. They could have gotten Mulrig. I know. I would be mad. I would be a little mad if I were a Jaguars fan too. But the thought just popped into my head while I was doing these grades. Who wouldn't want a tandem like Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb? He would be the Kareem Hunt because they have him as wide receiver. They're putting him up as wide receiver, so he may be a nice receiving back as like a second down back like Kareem Hunt is. Why complain? That's great. So, B-. They also got Jalen Camp. He's underrated. Good route running. Good feet. So B-. Colts, C. Really, the only thing that went right was could it pay Dale Denigbo? I don't like, but he could be used in the long run. That's why I don't have them as a C-. I was close to giving them a C-, but Quiddy Pay's just too good to give them a C- on. But I don't like Dale Denigbo. I don't like those other people. Sam Ellinger. They didn't even develop Jacob Eason yet, which they probably won't. But they still have Jacob Eason as the backup. It's kind of dumb, but. Anyway, I would say a C. Tennessee Titans, A. They nailed almost every pick. Starting off with Farley. I know he has injuries, but if he gets those under control, he'll be a top 3 cornerback in the NFL. Guarantee. They got my boy Dylan Redunds. He's going to be a nice complimentary offensive lineman. Even though Monty Rice was a little bit of a reach, still love him. Elijah Molden. He's definitely going to help at the cornerback/safety position. He could play both if he wanted to. So, yeah, I just love all Tennessee's picks. They made smart picks. They did what they needed to do. They were coming into this draft confident. A for them. I think their defense improved immensely after this draft. I'm not even kidding. It did. Houston, D. Davis Mills. I don't even know what to say. It's not confidence. But I like Nico Collins and Brevin Jordan. I'll tell you why. Brevin Jordan will be a nice 50-yard line. Go for a 14-yard catch type of guy. Maybe like a Jack Doyle type of guy. Maybe even better. Nico Collins. He's kind of like a Well, he's not as fast as Marquise Goodwin. I'm not saying like that, but he may have a role like Marquise Goodwin did. So, which is not great, but it's not horrible. It's not like Marquise Lee, where he got one reception for 8 yards. But I think he'll definitely play well. Well, actually, no, not Marquise Goodwin role, because Brandon Cooks not Brandon Cooks. Will Fuller got picked up by the Dolphins. Brandon Cooks, Kiki Cutie. He's not so cute in this. Nico Collins I think is gonna be a good wide receiver too, / slot receiver. So yep, a D for them, just because they did not nail David Mills' pick. But I was close to giving them a C minus, but I just can't in my power. I think it's a D, because they didn't make any horrible moves, but they didn't make any great ones either. There were other people better than Nico at the end of the day, and they could have gotten some. They could have worried about the time a little bit later, but I still like Brevin, so D. No, you know what? I'm at it's my channel. I'm gonna add D plus, because I think they deserve a D plus for sure. Okay, Jets, A minus. Got a couple nice players. They trade up for Vera Tucker, even though they could have waited for Darrisaw like the Vikings did. But you never know. I love Vera Tucker. They got Zach Wilson, cannon of an arm. Got a couple nice other depth players. They got what's his name? Not Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore, who's gonna be a nice jet sweep wide receiver 2 type of guy. James Lucro's definitely in trouble. And yeah, I think they nailed a huge part of that draft. After that, I'm like, okay, A minus. I didn't have to read anything else. They did pretty good the rest of the draft, but I think this just represents how the Jets had a structural draft, so A minus for them. Dolphins, B plus. They got Jalen Waddle. I was questioning that a little bit, but Waddle's a great receiver, very flashy on the field. Could be a kick and punt return. It could be a receiver. Maybe like a reek for his ceiling. Sorry, guys, I had a little cough there. But I think the Dolphins nailed that Jalen Phillips pick. I'm not really concerned about his injuries. I think he'll be all right. Don't worry. Javon Howell, maybe a little bit of a reach, but I still love him. Let's see, Liam Eichenberg. Very, very underrated at the tackle position. Should have gone in the late first round. But, yeah, Hunter Long, maybe meh, but because they have Durham Smythe to go. But anyway, B plus for them. New England, B. They got Mac Jones. They need a QB after this year. Mac Jones isn't the best, but you know what? It's better than taking Jordan Love at the... Okay, I'll shut up now, especially since I'm a Packers fan. But anyway, they got a couple nice people. They got Ronnie Perkins, which I like. I feel like I'm missing a player. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm missing a player. But, yeah, they got Ramondre Stevenson. It may sound bad because you're like, Ramondre Stevenson? What the heck? But I like Ramondre Stevenson. Ronnie Perkins, I like that. I was looking at their depth chart earlier. I like that other guy they drafted. I forgot his name. But, yeah, I like him and I like Max. So, B for them. Bills, C+. I love the Russell pick. The Basham pick I was questioning, but he may be good just for depth reasons. They didn't really get anyone else special. That's why I had him at C+, but I think those first 2 picks are pretty solid enough to show that they're C+. Okay, well, this is going to be, we're going to wrap it up. This is my draft grades part 1, and I'm going to come out with part 2 very, very soon. Maybe even tomorrow, it depends. But bye, guys, and remember, football is life.